Let's have it. All right. Welcome to Inspire Life Endless, and today we are having a very special guest. She's a relationship expert and someone that is actually looks good. And her name is Peace Akonti. I'd like you to introduce yourself.
You already got introduction now. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
You like our consultant here.
Which consultant?
Just
Please.
do our audience a favor and
Don't worry.
okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Peace. Olubunmi Akonde by name, and alcohol for relationship and peace Akonde. Don't mind it. I am not a relationship consultant yet. We are still in the making.
In the making, yes.
Yes. There's my friends making that. So far, so good. That's it for now. Also, okay, I'm also into real estate. Also, I'm a sales representative for Lurex. So, you want to Thailand? That's that.
All right. And also, this particular episode is sponsored by IH, the number one laundry repair location. So if you are anywhere around Abuja, you can make iWash your laundry destination. And also, it's being sponsored by Abuja Cars and Homes. So for that your particular car that you want to buy this year and give it in December, it's just 15 to check out our Instagram page, uh, Abuja Cars and Homes, and you won't miss your way. All right, now, so let's look at this question. Many Nigerian couples struggle communication. Let's look at some communication mistakes you see. And how do you think we can fix these communication mistakes among couples in Nigeria?
Okay, so before I ask this question now,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, when you say couples, do you mean like people in a relationship, people that are married?
Yeah, both of them. Like both people that are in a relationship and people that are also in marriage. And based on our context here in Nigeria, once someone is in a relationship, you think that you are couple. But let's look at it in terms of marriage. All right, like that's a very proper definition of couple is. Right. So in this context, let's look at marriage. Couples are into marriage. How do you fix the communication issue?
Okay, so what I'll start with is just like you said, in Nigeria. So I will start with those that are dating and then now move to those that are married.
Very good.
Now, so one thing that I have come to see so far is that couples, that's for those dating in a relationship, people find it hard to communicate properly. And one of the things that I've said over and over again on my podcast is that relationship works with the units. Okay? And sorry, not three things. I will say one, but one is divided into
Two different sections.
When relationship works on love. Now, love is sacrifice, love is communication, love is and love is trust. I just added that one. Love is trust. Okay. So communication is very important. If you cannot communicate, just when the person that dating is on edge, person cannot know what's wrong with you at a particular time. You need to communicate. I think the reason why we have issues with communication is when we give ourselves time. That's one thing I'm saying. You know, when you're, for instance, you're in a relationship and you're like, should be we're dating now, so
Should do
definitely
everything.
exactly. So it's more like both people want to know because I mean I cannot know you all. Even those that are married, you can't tell me now that you know your partner. Or you know, you keep finding out different things about the person, even after you've been married. So communication is very important, and it's as simple as I think I watched a movie one time, and the couples were actually engaged. Now the guy wanted to take the lady out from it. And he said he told her this particular time she should come. Now she was at work and they were about to get into another meeting. And she was calling him, he wasn't picking up. Now in my mind, first thing I came to my mind was there are different ways of communication. If you're calling him, it's not picking up. But then she now said that she won't bother to send a text message because she knows he doesn't read his text. Now, I feel like over time we get into this space of familiarity.
Yes.
Like you feel that she will understand. No, relationship is effort. You have to put in the effort to get the results out of it. So whether you're married, whether you're dating, communication is very important. Forget that you guys see each other every day. Your partner might be going through something and you do not know. Now, it's not to say that you are evil and the other person is right, or the person is evil and you are right. That's not what it is. But it's more like some people want you to reach out to them. I know, yes, we are supposed to like open up, but then how do I open up to you when, okay, I'm trying to talk to you about something and you are now looking at me and the next that's coming to your mind is you're telling me, oh, Nigeria played that match yesterday and I'm waiting for it to finish, and then I'm trying to say, okay, babe, this is what is going on. And then you come back to me again and tell me, oh, that match they fucked up and so.
Yeah.
Now at that point, can I feel like you're not willing to listen to you? Exactly. So at that point, there's already you will see that there's a gap in communication. So at a point now, if that continues over and over again, I might feel reluctant to speak to you again about video. And at that point now, you find out there are actually people, I don't know if you've heard the phrase or that people are actually being used on the past to be depressed.
Yes, of course.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So you can even have a partner that you are not communicating well and the person is going through problems. It happens. So communication is very important. I think one of the ways is that we should not just take the dating phase of actually dating phase is very important. And I think you should also take that into the marriage. So let it not be that okay, now that you are living together, you're seeing each other every day.
Then there's going to be a breakdown.
Yeah. Even if it's just you're at work or you're going to work, you go to your destination, send your husband or your wife a message, oh honey, I just go to work.
And in this Nigeria, there's so many things even happening. You understand?
Like,
You even check.
yes, exactly. Now that with the whole killings here and there, people want to know that okay, this is where
My
you
partner
are
is supposed to say
at
yes.
this at a particular time. This is where you are. This is what's going on with you. It's really simple. Even down to it's funny because if our parents can have that kind of conversation with us, have that kind of relationship in conversation with us, then we should be able to do it with our partners. Because I mean, if, for instance, I'll use my dad as an example. If I tell him I'm going to so place, he will expect that when I get to there, I'm going to ask for and say, okay, I've gotten there. And I let him know, okay, this is what's going on. When I'm coming back, I'm on my way back. So when you keep this conversation, and you don't even necessarily have to call all the time.
Can text.
You can text. Life has become so easy. Yes.
Technology.
Most of the times, you don't even call. Tell me when last you buy a time. You're calling people mostly online. Call them WhatsApp call. This one. Call the person. It wasn't so. It's not so hard. Yes, I know sometimes it might be hard because trust me, there are some people that are difficult.
Yes.
Yes, to communicate with generally. But I feel like over time, if you communicate to this person, over time you should be able to study a person and say, this is better communicate with this person. And I think for you to get to them or get married, you should know how to do it. So,
No, but I want to not understand again about communication. I feel that people don't ask the right question when they're dating. Like, they're not asking about the right question. What they really know and how you can get it with them better. You just keep one thing, land, you just do things based on assumption. You communicate based on assumption. Like me, I actually prefer, I find it difficult to text people, like to chat on WhatsApp. I prefer, okay, if you want to talk, let's just call me on your phone. Let's have this conversation. Don't mind me, I'm always you get
no, I get what you're saying because it's funny. Yeah, this thing you just said brought to mind. I started a series recently on my podcast on love language. Now, one of the things I said was that it's very important. Most of the time you spend time by dating, you spend time those games, and this is how things with our life. We don't just like you said, we don't ask the right questions and all. Now, when you get to know your partner's love language, you get to know how to interact with this. Now, yes, because I mean, if my love language is you spending time with me, quality time.
that's what it's like.
Exactly. When you're spending quality time with me, definitely you will know. It's not just about you sitting down, we're having conversations. Now, once you know that that is what I know, you will still communicate with me. Like we won't have a problem of communication because you know that I love quality time. So even when I'm not with you, I'm calling me and asking, babe, okay, I'm fine. Like, okay, what's going on? Tell me that. She said, what's going on? Because you know that I love to do that. Now, if you don't ask the right questions, just like you said, it causes a whole lot of problems. Because then when you now get married, you now looking at that. Well, it was not like this now.
Yeah, when we are
She was not like this.
initially,
She was not like this. That's because you didn't ask the right questions. Yes, it's important to know how we're going to run our home, how we're going to run our family, but then you are getting to know the person. And before even getting to that level, I think it is very one of the most important things is actually to know yourself.
Yeah, you have to first of all be aware of yourself.
Yes, because if you don't know the kind of person you are, you end up saying
Yeah, to yourself and to other people you are dating.
exactly.
Your couple.
Now you're now making it hard because you don't even know if it's that like you said you prefer poly. If you don't know now that you prefer poly, you just there for just the person. Person will think, okay, should I call you today? Should I text you tomorrow? Should I do this?
Now,
So
you said something very important. Let's just talk about, like briefly. You said something important. Communication is through language, right?
yeah,
And you said something about love language,
yeah,
right? And I want you to just throw more light on those love languages. Like people, some of our couples, like some listeners will not know what love language is. You know, you ask them what's your love language, you say it's money. You understand?
I think we
You say it's money.
yes, I think I was saying was it I was saying TikTok well what is it called?
It's like a trend or a post.
Yes, TikTok trend that
Yes.
okay, people like my money I get what yes. Now we have gifts given, we
Alright.
have quality time.
Quality time.
Let me see. I just can't remember everything right now. I know it's giving quality time.
Words of
Words of
affirmation.
affirmation, yes. And then I know it's up to 5. I'm trying to remember. Um, hmm. Okay, I think that's all I can remember right now. I think we have gift giving, quality time, words of affirmation. Now it differs. Every person has fun.
Yes.
What works for this person is preference for the other person. So you should now know what your partner likes. And now I will not say if I because I know now Nigerians attack me. If I say that it's not everybody's one that is gift giving, to be honest, almost everybody loves it. But I feel like gift varies. Now, if I as a person don't my love language is not gift giving, it doesn't mean that you should be giving it.
Yes.
It just means that that's not my priority.
That's on the top of your list.
Yes. So it's more like I said, quality time. If I say now that then you now keep I think the physical or I'll not say physical example.
I think there's physical touch too in that.
Yes, God bless you. There's physical touch.
Yes.
Yes. You see one there's physical touch too. So now if for instance, 'cause I think I watch my phone, it ranges.
Yeah.
So and I'll give it to those YouTube people. They're actually doing a great job. Not even on YouTube, they're doing a great job. Now there was this particular one. I think it was Bam Bam and Selini. Now they were married and she was complaining that after they got married, things changed. Before they were married, they used to spend quite a lot of time together. And after they got married, it's more like finds it hard to be at home. Like it feels like she's choking him and she feels like he's not having her. Now, when they went to meet
That
a
means our love
counselor,
language is quality time.
exactly. Now, when they went to a counselor, he complained that he buys her gifts, that he gives her there's nothing she wants that he doesn't give to her. And you would see the you would see the expression from the way she was talking. You see that she was feeling too much pain. She told him there and there, she said, no, it's not this thing that I want, it is you I want. So now at that point now you've already lost the understanding because look at it. If he had just understood that it was quality time she wanted, they
Like
would
make the whole thing easier for everybody.
easier. It just feels like having a child. She wanted like the littlest thing. If probably the remote is there, she wants him to just help out, but she wants him like she just wants him
Nothing around.
around. Exactly. Now he was now beginning to feel like she was turning him into a slave. That little things that she can do for herself. When the story back, she tells him to please buy something. Now, those are the things that she won. And I think I just remember that.
The last one.
Now, was it acts of service?
Acts of service. Thank you. I have to fight now.
Yes,
Right now. Acts of service.
Acts of service. So, if that two can even see more for one person.
Yes.
But now we're talking of acts of service and quality time. So that was what she won. But him, he was going with gifts giving. And then in the world that believes they cannot buy gifts, you're not giving money, you're not still love.
But don't look at it now. Let's say, for example, I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
And all what I just give is gifts to my girlfriend or my wife. I just keep giving her gifts, and I'm not even around. I can spend like 5 months outside going to doing my work, doing other things. But I just feel that we gifts is the only thing that can keep a woman. But that's not all what it takes for you to be in a relationship. Because relationship is more than gift giving.
Yeah.
You have to spend time. That's quality time. You have to be around her to support her emotionally too as well, and also protect her. So I think it's one of those things that we actually do in a relationship.
Yes, and we actually not far away that is what we're doing. Because I think when I was serving in River State, I got to see quite a lot of like different characters. Yeah, guys, I will tell you, women, if you just want to like follow, just spend money, as long as you're spending your money, it's fine. And at first, I was strong back a little bit because I didn't expect that. But I got to understand that the same way we are, that's what is actually good. One of the things that I advise now for you is try as much as possible to, let's say, involve, like just go go out of your comfort zone
and see what's happening.
and see what's happening. Because trust me, it's not like you hard.
Yeah.
But the things that, like the shade you think you have seen in your own vicinity.
Yes, there's advanced shading.
There's advanced shading. So that kind of thing, when you think, oh, this guy broke my heart, it was so painful. Trust me, go outside. When they give you the thing that they are saying, it's shock.
Yes. Now, since we're talking about money, let's go to this question. Say, in 2023, SEM reports found out that 70% of Nigeria consider finance as the leading cause of relationship conflicts. How can couples manage money better together?
One of the things I'll say is, like I said, I think I'll keep answering this question with dating and going.
Yeah.
Now, we are dating somebody. Actually, I'll be very honest with you right now. My ideology on this side of things, I think it's based on the way down straight. Now, my ideology from the beginning is that, okay, I'll put it this way. I'll use this an experience like that. Now, the very first time a guy bought me something, now it wasn't me. It was like we're friends, and I was 100 and I think we were famished or something, and he just called someone that was selling soft drinks and what. Now, what's for himself and what for me? Now, the first thing that came to my head was, oh, I wish to give your money back. Now, he said no, that I should take it as for me. In my head, I'm like, okay, so what's going on?
Like, everything, your head doesn't move around 360, thinking.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, my ideology is, I don't want you to do things for me. I feel like you have a leverage. So if you are doing something for me, I'm doing something back.
Yeah,
So that I don't have anything over my head to not come and say, I did this for you, I did that. No. If you want to start, you need to have a record.
Yes, so I've done something for you to return.
Exactly. So by that taught us, or I would say the way I saw the training has was taught us to be independent. So I didn't know how to now say, even to ask my friend, it was really hard. Even to ask people for help and be like, oh, I need money. I feel like this thing can be sorted from home or can be sorted by myself. So I could not really understand the whole concept of the whole money being given and stuff. Now, over time, I now got to see when I was in school, think 200, 300, everyone. And I got to see that, wow. And that's actually what everybody saw. That, here's one. My boyfriend sends me 20K. Boyfriend did this. And then, and also now, I was like, am I in Jupiter? Because I'm wondering, like, am I sitting on this earth with you guys? Because I don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
Or is it me that's following people that don't have money? Or what? Because it was foreign to me. But truth is, I wished for it because everybody was saying it. But at the same time, I was not sure I could put myself in that shoe. Now, and I started to picture into that. These people collecting this money, it is that they're doing, can I do it? So let's ask ourselves some physical
Because there's
questions.
always going to be a payback time.
Exactly.
Like,
So that was it. But all in all, I feel like finances in relationships it's very important in both. But to me, I feel that we as Nigerians are the ones that need it. Now, if we go back to the olden days,
okay,
we did not hear that when our parents were dating, that they said, if you don't give me 50,000 naira to buy your problem,
buy woman head.
God bless you. Now, it was more of they were investing in each other. I mean, they could declare what happened, they were sending letters. So the letters are sending to say, okay, I'm trying to do this. How can we? So it was more like they were building each other up.
They're building themselves up.
And that is what a relationship is actually supposed to be about. Building. It's not that you empty the other person and you are feeling that the person is empty. No. You're supposed to fill each other. That's what relationship is about. I had a conversation with a friend one time, and he was telling me that young boys of nowadays, that the main reason why they go into Yahoo and whatever is because of pressure from girls and family. And first thing I came to my now you allow babes pressure you because I cannot come and kill me. You see, that person that came up with that saying that I cannot come and with this life I can't kill myself. If they want to kiss you, that allow them to kill you. Because I looked at it. So you're dating a girl and she's pressuring you, give me money for this. I don't get it. Like, does it mean that without the relationship, she'll suffer?
You know, one thing I also believe.
Or is it that without you being, because now the stories have been changed. Now there's a new dynamics.
Okay.
It's more like, now it's not just girls looking for guys that can spend on them, but it's more of guys also looking for women that can spend, girls that can spend.
You don't see how it matters.
Now it has changed.
Okay.
But what did I feel is important. I mean, you should be able to help out your partner because I mean the person sees you as a friend, as a like helping and support. It doesn't mean that you have this entitlement yes, that if this person doesn't do this for you, the person doesn't love you. That's not it. Really, I know that's teach. No, that's bad thing. But if the person, let's say for instance, I'm dating a guy, I'm not even use guys now as an example. I'm dating a guy and he's struggling. Probably there's a project he's trying to work on, and I have the money to help out with him. With it. Now, I will do it not because um I want to be lord over him or something. No. I'll do it because oh, we're dating and it doesn't make any sense that I can be of help to you and I'll not going outside to go for him when I can help you out. And mostly if it's in a case whereby I know that this is going to you profit and you give my money back, we still benefit from each other because I mean tomorrow when you make a name for yourself, it will be said, oh, not necessarily that you want to call my name outside or something, but instead that okay, I was able to help you out when you were there.
When you didn't know, yeah.
I mean, what are we there for? We claim that we love each other because I mean, there's no relationship that can start without love. We claim we love each other. So definitely, if I love you, I should be able to help out each other. Because your parents love you, they said to school, they do not ask to be.
So you have to do them back.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So now, when it comes to couples, I feel like you discuss these things before you get to marriage. Now, how this thing plays out in my house. My dad handles okay our school fees, everything that has to do with school. My mom focuses on the kitchen. And I feel like these things are things that we just understood over time.
Yes.
So there's no power struggle here. Now,
Everybody knows the back
yeah,
that play.
if now, for instance, the guy says, okay, because I earn more than you, I'll take care of everything. You can just privately take care of toiletries and whatever. It's a conversation you put had, and you are comfortable with it. Now, that is one way you can help. And then you now be seeing family, okay, you now start seeing families that, okay, you draft, there are families that they draft budgets. That, okay, this particular year, this is how much I'm going to spend. This is what I'm spending on this. It's what works for them. So don't now carry your own mentality say, okay, because my friends and their husband, they bought a new car, they did this. You don't know where they had plans for it since last year.
Yeah, prior to
Yes, prior to them buying it, they had plans. You can't see. But it doesn't change the fact that these people are living with their own principles. You to have your own.
you have your own principles too.
So don't now compare yourself. And I think that's one of the things that we do from dating to being married. We compare ourselves with other people. Now, when I was telling you that I wanted the same thing, because I mean, the thing too was I'm beginning to look at me, peace. And you know that thing we always say, God, am I a broom? Am I a stick? That people have been like, people are, where do you see? I think I saw something somewhere, and then the guy said he bought this, he bought that. And in my mind, I'm like, people see men like this from now, but
Yes, sir.
it doesn't now mean that I have to build my life on that. That is what works for those. That's what works for those people. It doesn't mean that it's saying that has to work for them.
Yeah, it's have to apply to you.
Exactly.
Now, but I also ask a very simple question now. How do couples handle black tax? Let's say, from the mother side or from the father's, the husband side. You have family members asking them for money and all that. How do couple handle cases like this? Where they have to support their siblings and all that, because they too have their own financial obligations.
Yes, they have their financial
Yeah.
obligations.
So how do they tackle things like this?
Now, it's a very simple thing. I think I will still use I will still because I mean these are practical examples I've seen. I'll use my parents as an example. Now over time I've seen some certain things. My dad, my mom sent money to her mom. My dad could also send money to her mom. Now, I feel like I said, it's just understanding. She has, I think they just have like an understanding.
Yeah.
So now it doesn't mean that it affects your finances, and that's why I feel like joint accounts as a family depends on your own level of understanding. But for me, if we're going to have a joint account as a family, I will still have my own personal account. Because I mean, look at the same way you said now, if a family member calls me and he's saying, okay, please, I need money for this and it's urgent. Now, because all my money is registered to family accounts, I'll now look at that. How will I do this now? We already have a budget. I cannot help you. And then probably something happens and the person dies or something. Now, I'm not start blaming myself because no, I should also have like responsibilities. Me being married doesn't mean that my own personal responsibilities have ended. I can also tackle some one or two things. Now, I feel like the best thing is you should also learn when to say no and when to say yes. Because if you keep saying yes to everybody, how it works, mostly here in Nigeria, how it works is that if you keep saying yes over and over again, they see you as a bank. No, it's the truth.
Like as a full-time ATM machine.
That they know that anytime they come to you,
Yes.
you'll be able to give.
Yes.
And it's funny, yeah, because we were staying in Kwara State before we moved to Abuja. Now, when we moved to Abuja, it was more like people saw us as if we're people that are in the abroad. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So Abuja was like abroad.
Yes.
So now it's more like if you now call us for help now, we don't help you. It means that we don't want to help. And so you are seeing the scenario now. So you should be able to know when to say yes
and when to
say no.
This is that which it boils down on you developing values and principles that will guide you.
Exactly. So if it's that okay, and then it's very important to also know your priorities.
Yeah.
Set your priorities straight. That okay, family members will call you, or they even, like I said now, budget. Now, you could even budget that this particular amount is for family emergency.
Yeah.
That okay, any family member that coming from that place
to percentage of your
says,
yes,
I give you simple. Now, that is sorted. And you can also decide to like have a conversation with your partner now, okay, because I mean you should also discuss your finances.
Yeah.
You must not tell each other how much or whatever, anything that works for you. If it's that you telling your partner everything is what works for the two of you, fine. If it's that talking about the major ones that concern the both of you is what works, it's still fine. As long as it is being sensitive. I'm sure there are couples that when they send money into so and so auntie, they'll tell their wife that, oh, auntie so person asked me for money the other day. I had to send her the money. It's still fine. And if we even want to come down to Christianity now, you would know that the Bible says that when giving, you should not let your left hand know. So it's not, right, to some extent, it's not still necessary.
Yeah.
Most likely, it's not like you're giving so that your wife will see that I'm a philanthropist or something, or you also
like hiding to give.
So you just do it. And you know everything we're doing is still a seed we're sowing. And we'll reap it. So just make sure that what you are doing is not in any way contradicting the plans that you have with your partner. And if it is going to contradict, have a conversation about it.
Alright, but before we let you go, okay, I would like you to give us one piece of advice to every young Nigerian that is into the dating thing. Just one advice, just one.
Okay, one advice I would say is can I even put it as one advice? Okay,
several advice.
Okay, no, don't worry. One thing that I would say is that I think before going into any relationship, know the reason why you are going into that relationship. Now, I think we celebrated International World Singles Day or something recently.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I said is you being single is not a crime.
Yes.
I mean, you decided to be single. It was a self-decision.
Yes.
And whatever situation that decided to make you single still, it's still fine. Now, enjoy that moment where you are using to discover yourself.
Yeah.
So, I think the most important is know yourself before going into any relationship. Don't, because I think that is what is going on right now.
You have to discover yourself first.
Discover yourself. For me, self-love is the most important. You cannot give what you don't have.
Of course. So just imagine someone that has hate inside of him or her giving out love. It's not even possible.
It is what, like the Bible says, it out of the abundance of the heart, mouth speaketh. Now,
of course,
it is what you have inside that you give outside. So you need to love yourself. You need to feel yourself before you can even bring anything out, because it is very important. And that's one of the reason why we have the whole heartbreaks and all, because we have people that don't even know what they are doing. When I was young, when I was a lot younger, I think when I was 16, 15 or so, almost everybody, oh, this is my boyfriend, oh, this is my boyfriend, oh, this is my boyfriend. So it was more like we just felt sometimes we do things because it's a trend.
Yes.
Everybody is having to me to let me grab one.
Yes, sir.
But we don't have like a particular reason for doing this thing. Relationship. So you should have a reason why you decided to do this. So I think I've already said two things now. So one is that you should know yourself. Know yourself and know the reason why you're getting into that relationship. Are you getting into the relationship because you're ready to marry? Are you getting into the relationship because you want to know this person more? Or what is it exactly? So that when the two of you now define what you have, you are defining it with a right mentality.
Of course.
Now, if this other person now says, and I think it will even be a lot more better that way, because now, if for instance, let's say we're dating to be married, and to along the line, I feel like I'm not ready. If I'm now letting you go, you will know that the reason why I'm letting you go is because I am no longer ready.
Really?
At that point, it's a mutual understanding, so that I don't end up forcing you and then we end up getting married and there are issues. No.
Yeah.
You already know that this is what I want and this is what I don't want. So it's better for us to have more defined relationship. Not that I like him, he like me.
Just like that.
It's good actually, because I mean you cannot be in a relationship with somebody you don't like. But then have a definition for it, that okay, this is the kind of person I want to, what we do now is that there are some persons that you will date that you'll be able to introduce to your parents. There are some that you will date that is only your friends that will know. There are some that you date that nobody will know.
Yeah, so it's only you and the person.
Exactly. So now there are certain things like that. So that's what we do now. We're just catching clues. Catching clues. Some relationships are not even defined.
Of course.
We're just, I like her, she like me. We know what we're doing.
Just the pass of
Yes, we know what we're doing, and that's it. So it's very important. Know yourself and define what it is that you're getting.
This our conversation cannot exhaust it.
Yes, definitely.
I know very soon we're going to invite you. We're going to be with you again so that we'll talk more.
No problem.
On this particular.
Yeah, we are always available to answer by the grace of God.
Yes, so
exactly.
Thank you very much, please, for being around.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate this, your time. Getting you here is very, very difficult.
I beg you.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.